Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'll be doing, this is probably my third unboxing because like I said in my Champions League ball unboxing, I'm just banging these out back to back to back. But this is my unboxing of the Tiro competition ball from Adidas. Now, this ball normally comes in a plastic bag, but I kind of got rid of the plastic bag. I don't know where I put it because I actually have had this ball a lot longer than any of the other ones you guys have seen in the unboxing. I got this ball at the same time that I got that yellow high-vis Premier League Club Elite, but I just never used it because I was going to do a separate video, but then my knee started acting out, so I just never got to use it. And as such, that's why it's not here in its plastic bag. But if you've seen the plastic bags from any of my other Adidas ball unboxings, then you'll know what the plastic bag of this ball looks like. Very simple. The ball is a semi-replica of the Tiro Pro, which is kind of just like Nike's, or not Nike's, Adidas, I guess, just mainstream soccer ball for their Tiro line. Similar to how, like, with Nike, they have their flight line, but you know how within the flight, they have just a regular flight, and then they also had the league-affiliated Premier League version with its own special designs. So while Adidas doesn't do that, they offer kind of their own separate ball in the form of just the Tiro competition and the Tiro Pro and just the Tiro line in general. So it's pretty unique, pretty cool. Again, it comes in at $80, which is definitely on the expensive side, but it's actually cheaper than any of the other balls that Adidas will have right now. So it's cheaper than the Speed Shell competition balls, and it's cheaper than the Champions League ball by $5 because those ones have a $5 premium, I guess, because they're tied to different leagues, whereas this ball is just kind of there. So with all my unboxings, we're just going to go through the tech specs, and we're going to talk about the lore and interesting facts. So this video will probably be a short one because there's not really much to talk about in terms of lore. That's where most of the length in these videos does come from. So I'm not going to waste any more time rambling. We're just going to dive straight into the tech specs. So the Tiro ball, in terms of its tech, is pretty different from what you would get from, your tradition, or I didn't say traditional, but what you get from Adidas right now with their Speed Shell competition balls or the Champions League balls, because those balls have irregular panel designs. This, however, uses the traditional kind of soccer ball design with the 20 hexagonal panels and the 12 pentagonal panels, all regular, by the way, which, makes up your traditional soccer ball. The only difference being that all the panels are thermally bonded and it's seamless, as you guys can see, no stitching or seams. Done so in order to make sure that the ball has a smoother surface, a better flight pattern, and is more resistant to water or, just the elements in general, which is pretty good. The panels are made of polyurethane, something that's pretty common on most balls these days for durability, better flight, better, just overall performance, etc. And the only other really interesting thing about this ball is that it's actually FIFA Quality Pro certified, which means that it's met the criteria outlined by FIFA in order to be used in an official pro match. However, if this ball was to be used in a professional match, it probably wouldn't be this variation. It would probably be the Tiro Pro, which is essentially the same ball, like looks wise. I'm sure there's more going on with the bladder and like the outer shell when you actually take the ball. But in terms of looks, it's really just the same ball, but this part is gray and these parts are red. With regards to texture, this is probably the most textured Adidas ball that you can get on the market, if I'm being honest, which is kind of ironic considering it's the kind of just random line that Adidas has. Like, if you're not interested in going for any of those other special designs, as you guys can see, you have these embossed kind of diamonds that are raised, and they're pretty large. So you get kind of a similar rough texturing to the ball as a whole, but I've obviously not played with it, so I can't say whether you get really good grip or performance on like rainy days or like poor weather, whatever that may be. But it definitely does feel like it's got more substance to it, and it also kind of feels sticky in hand. Like, not sticky in the sense that something's like actually coating the ball, but like the texture just feels like there's more for you to grab onto compared to like something like my Champions League ball or my Speed Shell ball. So that's very nice. I can't wait to see how the texture performs in like actual like gameplay. Moving to the facts about the ball, like I said, there isn't really much to talk about because again, it's just kind of Adidas, like, if you need a ball, you get it line of soccer balls. So The ball features various tri-wing designs all over it in red and blue, as you guys can see here. You got your blue one here, and then you have your red ones here, which kind of connect all around the ball to kind of, give you your design. But one interesting fact I learned about this ball based on this design was that it is actually directly inspired by the Adidas Fever Nova. Now, some of you may be very young and will not remember that ball, but if you kind of grew up, like, in the age of like Ronaldo Nazario, Ronaldinho, Figo, um, Kaká, all those guys, then you probably saw the 2002 World Cup. And the ball used for that 2002 World Cup was called the Adidas Fever Nova, and it featured those tri-star designs or tri-wing designs. So from what I've understood, these tri-star designs are supposed to be a direct homage to the Fever Nova's original design, which I think is pretty cool, all things considered. Definitely like something that I wasn't expecting to find out when I first like got the ball, but I think it adds to the overall uniqueness of the ball, especially given the fact that it's supposed to just be kind of, you need an equipment, then just go get it kind of release. This ball and its pro counterpart are not designed to be used in any official leagues. And what I mean is that not that it can't be used in any official leagues, but it's just they are not affiliated with any official leagues that I know of at this moment. Like it's not affiliated with like a Premier League or like Serie A or anything like that. It's kind of just there. And I think like during like training matches or like training sessions, like Adidas sponsored teams, like maybe like during friendlies, they'll use them, but they don't actually have like their own specific league that they're partnered with. So they're just kind of there again, like I mentioned, just kind of a nice piece of equipment to have. And the last interesting fact I have about this ball is that, to my knowledge, this is one of the few high tier balls that still utilizes a 32 panel construction alongside balls from Molten and Select. Molten, I'm not sure how many other balls utilize that 32 panel construction, but Select I know is tried and true if you want that traditional panel construction, but like, with a bit more modern tech to it, you want to go Select because that's pretty much the only thing they do. But apart from that, there isn't really much more to talk about this ball. It's just a solid, first tier takedown match ball replica, and that's all there is really to it. I can't wait to get it out on the pitch, get some training sessions in with it, take some shots. I think based off of what I've seen from Adidas other balls, it will probably have a nice weight to it, a nice pingy feel on the ball. It's definitely like, it feels a little less stiff than the Champions League ball, but less padded than what you get from the Speed Shell balls based off my impressions, like from feeling the ball. But obviously that could all change when I have the ball on foot and like when I'm actually playing with it. So something I look forward to. And yeah, that's really it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like, leave a comment, and also let me know if you guys have this ball, what you think of it, if it actually performs, and what you think about it. If you think Adidas should just axe it because it's just kind of there, or if it's like a nice alternative to have to all these, league affiliated soccer balls. Stay tuned for my next unboxing. Probably be another soccer ball. That'll be coming very soon. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.